You are welcome once again to Face the Press, and my name is Anambra. In this edition of the program, we are once again going to discuss politics. The ruling party in the state, the All Progressive Alliance, the party has concluded the world congresses and local government, and only yesterday it conducted the state congress. And we are awaiting the national convention here in Anambra State. With us to discuss issues relating to the affairs of APGA and how the congresses have so far been conducted is the State Secretary of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, Barrister Tony Ifanya. He is also known as Ake Uchionwa. You are welcome to the program, Barrister Ifanya.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And with me to interview him is my friend and colleague of the independent newspaper, Chief Chuks Ilozwe. Chuks, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you, and welcome.
Yeah, Barrister Ifanya, in my introductory remark, I talked about ward, local government, and the state congresses. Yes, they have been conducted, but then there are still some people, party faithful, who still feel that the exercises were not entirely free, fair, and credible, and that it has, laid the seed for future crisis and rancor in your party. How do you react to this?
Thank you very much. That impression is not a correct one, because we did everything concerning the Congress in accordance with the APGA Constitution. The Constitution 2014 as amended. And everything was in line with the instructions. Before the Congress proper, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Anambra State, Chief Dr. William Adawichukwu, the Anambra Global, advised us to make sure that the whole thing is seamless and rancor-free. There was a 5-man committee, State Congress Committee, headed by the Commissioner for Finance, Honorable Ifa Atonejeme, member-elect Federal House of Reps, Chinedu Ebidige, was the secretary, Chief of Staff, Primus Odele, the deputy chairman, then the state chairman, Sanopa, and my humble self, the state secretary, we were members, 5-man committee. So the essence of putting myself and the chairman is to make sure that everything went according to the dictates and the norms of the party. And then we went ahead and did everything beautifully. And in his opening remarks to us on the day he inaugurated us, the chairman of the BOT and national leader of our party, still the executive governor of Anambra, he told us that he wants this to be peaceful. And that the terms of reference or the working document that we should use should be the 2015 Congress list, which is to say that he does not want and that the party will not like to remove anybody who has done well in 2015, because it is that person's constitutional right to go for a second term. Our constitution allows a person to stay in office for 2 consecutive terms, but nothing more than that. So, assuming, like now I'm the state secretary of the party, was elected in 2015, I've started my first term. And to the glory of God, yesterday I was elected again for a second term of 4 years. So we had this at the back of our mind when we were doing those congresses. And to make sure that it was rancor-free and it was seamless, it was peaceful, we started with what we called mock exercises across the wards. On 30th of April, we had mock exercises across the wards, 326 wards in Anambra State. Ask them to go back, go through the 2015 list, and remove the only conditions, the only people that we remove are 1, those who did anti-party. These are our last elections. Those who have died should, of course, be replaced. Those who have left the party and joined another party should be replaced. Those who are weak, maybe due to ill health or age, otherwise, our mandate is to return everybody. And because of that, when we asked them to go and do the mock on 30th of April, we gave them that 2015 list as a guide. And we asked them to go and summon a meeting. What meeting? All the stakeholders, all political appointees, all critical stakeholders, financiers of the party in the world should be there to deliberate on the list. Starting from the world chairman. They call what the chairman for APGA and Award 1. They will say, how did he perform? Did he do any anti-party? They will say no. You mark him. Down to ex-officio 5. Because we have 21 executive in every ward. So when they finished with that and they're satisfied that nobody did anti-party, an anti-party, as we made it to be, is that it must be proven. So it should not be wish hunting. Don't just say he did something.
Because we have so many other questions to ask. You can summarize.
So
you assuring us there won't be legal?
You see, I'm very comfortable with the question because I'm in not only the state secretary, I'm also a member of the council, so I know everything that happened. We did everything peacefully, and if there are complaints, just minute complaints here and there. But we can never get it 100% because anybody who is in the mood for anti-party, or somebody whose list does not come in, because you see, we are politicians, and every politician is sticking for the next election. That's the plan ahead. So they want their own list. They move this man. We said no, unless there are any reason to do it. We adopted the list of 2015, and that was what we did in the wards, in the local government, and in the states. And I believe I cannot score ourselves 100, but I know we are above average.
Thank you.
All right. In that case, you shut out people who would have even added pep to the performance of the party or the running of the party, by the governor telling you to just maintain the 2015 list. Don't you think so?
No, it's not so. We said anybody who is weak, I told you, maybe you didn't remember the conditions.
You said he asked you to adopt.
He said adopt with modifications where there is anti-party, where the person is weak or incompetent, understand, or he has left the party or is dead. So if we see anybody who is not capable, or there are more capable hands in his, that is why it's an open team. The world went and met and went through the list and changed where applicable. They made changes. He did not adopt it hook, line, and sinker. And he didn't tell us to go. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been need for a congress. We would have just sat down and pass it.
But I noticed that even though virtually all members of the former executive of the state of your party were returned, there are areas of shuffle. There are people who...
Yes, it is within the powers of...
What explains that?
It is within the powers of the committee to reshuffle. There's no person is owning any particular office. No particular office was owned to anybody in particular, but it's just an issue of common sense. And I'm the state secretary, and I'm returned, but they feel that I did well. But if I in the other positions, they feel that if we didn't do well, nothing stopped the committee from removing, for example, the legal advisor from the local government that held it in the past years to another local government, and then giving the other local government another position. So no position is particular for any local government. That is what I want you to understand. But the important thing is that every local government in Anambra State must get one, or in some cases, two constituency local government get two.
I also understand that people who took the party to court were barred from contesting, or rather presenting themselves in these congresses. Is it true? And if it is true, is there no room for reconciliation in that case?
That was the decision of the National Executive Committee of the party, not the state one. Okay. It was in a NEC meeting that we all resolved. It was one of the resolutions we took that day, that anybody who took the party to court and is still in court and has not withdrawn his action should be should be asked to step aside because it is contrary to our constitution. Article 22, discipline and disciplinary measures. There are measures, avenues of peace which must explore and exhaust before going to court. And if you didn't do that, you have already violated the constitution. And the constitution said anyone that does that should step aside from the party. You can come back and apologize if you feel you offended the party, and the person can always listen to you.
No, even though your party performed significantly well in terms of inroad into other states, aside Anambra State, it didn't perform magnificently, as envisaged in the Southeast geopolitical zone. May we know what accounted for that?
Well,
when I say Southeast, because before the election, a lot of people expected your party to win Imo State and Abia State.
Yes.
But it didn't happen.
I agree with you. That is why I told you in the beginning, His Excellency, in his wisdom, told us to be careful this time around in this Congress. Because during our primaries, some certain things, we didn't get them right. And it cost us some fortunes in those areas we are talking about. And it's because of that, His Excellency told us, please, I don't want a repeat of what happened in the primaries. Because like Imo, we had problems in the primaries. They had about 14 or 15 aspirants. And then in such a situation, one person must go. And at the end of the day, the person that was picked, the people didn't like him. There was much discontent because they were saying he came new. Just about a month old, and they gave him exemption, and he came. But there were some people who felt they were on the ground, and some of these things affected our fortunes during the election. And that was why we wanted to be more careful. That was why we were more careful this time, and that was why they told us to be more careful in this Congress. During those primaries, we were not as fully involved as we are now. I mean, the state chapter of the party, myself and the state chairman, you understand? But right now, we can speak with authority of what happened in these congresses because we are in the picture and we know. You understand? But it was that of primaries is a national affair, and the national body has the right to appoint whoever comes to supervise or to screen in Anambra State. Our own is to give us a letter where you come, that I am the screening officer with my team. We give you space and we do your work. But
I think the program is hotting up a little bit. Our guest in this edition of the program is the State Secretary of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, Barrister Tony Ifeanya. And with me interviewing him in this studio is Chuks Ilozu of the Independent newspaper. Barrister Ifeanya,
yes.
Given all the explanation you have given that you've held your congresses up to the state level,
Yes.
what do you think are the chances of your party here in Anambra State in future elections? Yes, in the general election, the performance of APGA in Anambra State wasn't fantastic. Even though APGA won more number of seats in the House of Representatives contest, but it didn't win any of the 3 senatorial, seats, which was actually unexpected from the people, even though we know that chances are there that you might reclaim 1 or 2 in the tribunal.
Yes.
But what are the chances of your party in future election here in Anambra?
One thing you know is that APGA has been here for the past, that was since 2006.
No, this is 2003.
Understand me, I know what I'm saying.
Okay.
2003 was when
P2B.
Then Giga was sworn in, and it took us 3 years to recover the mandates from Giga. So from 2003 to 2006, Giga was there. So it was in 2006 that P2B reclaimed the mandate, and since then we have been there, uninterrupted. So, and this has given us a good opportunity of understanding and mastering the needs of our people. And to the glory of God, the governors that have been handling the affairs of Anambra State for APGA have been doing very well. P2B, 8 years, he was wonderful, he did well. Not minding that he's no longer with us, but we must give him that credit. And then when he handed over to Obiano, Obiano came and then has even surpassed P2B in delivering the democratic dividends to the good people of Anambra State. He gave us security, he gave us infrastructural development, agricultural revolution, a payment of worker salaries as and when due. And these are the things that people expect from government. These are the implications of good governance. So what I'm saying in effect that we have been blessed with good leaders and we have been piloting the affairs of Anambra and the people are happy. And if the people are happy and they are with us the way they are following us, we don't foresee any possibility of any other party coming to take over Anambra State from us in the nearest possible time. Because we are very comfortable. Our worry, like you said before, is that we had thought that if we had got it right, by now we would have added Imo and Abia to those states that APGA is controlling. At least we have a grip of Southeast, so that from there we have a stronger negotiating power at the center. That's just our regrets. But we learn every day. But as for Anambra, with this superlative performance of Uli Obiano, we don't see any serious contender in the nearest possible time.
So are you assuring us actually that the tempo of Obiano's administration is this there?
Yes, now. Is it visible everywhere? It is very visible everywhere. Is it in education, or is it in health? Or is it in infrastructural development? Or is it in frugality, in accountability? Is it in even his humanness as a person, apart from the office of the governor? When you approach him, you know that Obiano is a human being. He's a God-fearing person, not minding his office. These are the things that we require from a leader. And these are the things that endear the people to a leader. And when the leader is leading well, when he gives a directive or a direction, as the case may be, the people will follow. So all we are waiting for him is maybe as the 2022 approaches, he will guide us and tell us the way we shall follow. And we shall willingly follow because he's leading us well. Yes.
That will lead us to your 2022 question.
No. The issue now is that yes, you have just reeled out some of the accomplishments and attributes, positive attributes of the governor.
Yes.
But then you know that in politics, that sentiment and emotion also count.
Yes.
In spite of all this, in the presidential and National Assembly election,
yes,
the people of Anambra State didn't seem to agree with the governor because there was this strong impression or propaganda that he was sympathetic to the APC presidential candidate, that is the incumbent president of the country.
Yeah.
And for that reason, people
No, that's not the reason.
Now went for the PDP.
That's not the reason.
Okay, what's the reason?
The reason is that our people still have respect for P2B. I must say that. And when he emerged as the vice presidential candidate of Atiku Abubakar, some of our people had that feeling that their own is at least trying to occupy the number 2 position in Nigeria. It affected their psychology. It even affected their voting. It's not that our governor has sympathy for APC, no. There is nothing wrong, because there's nothing wrong with our governor identifying with his president. Rather, it is a sense of, it shows maturity and political wisdom and sagacity that he should know when to follow and when not to follow. Every big man has an oga. In Anambra State, here, Obiano is our oga, but at the center there, Buhari is our oga, and for him to get our rights and privileges from Buhari, he must clean. Otherwise, we will see as confrontation, and it will not augur well for Anambrarians in getting what we should be getting from the federation account, which the president as the commander-in-chief, is controlling. So they don't. Anybody who is blaming Obiano for being sympathetic to Buhari doesn't know what to do or fraternizing with him. It shows maturity, political maturity. It says only when you fraternize, if they say to a party affiliation, because he's the president of Nigeria, whether you like it or not, whether it's for APC or it doesn't matter. Obiano is the governor of Anambra, and he's the governor of Anambra State, governor of APC in Anambra State, PDP in Anambra, governor of every party in Anambra State. And for him to get our dues from the federal, he must be in good terms with his boss, the president over there. And that is what he's doing, and it is paying well. So it's a credit to him. It's not a minus.
So are you in a position to debunk the allegations that he is ultimately wanting to defect to the APC with APGA?
He has told me, he has told us, he has said it in our face that he's not moving anywhere. And I take him on his words because he has never renounced. I don't want to remember that the P2B once told us like that, that he will not go anywhere, and he later left. I want to believe that our governor, Abu Global, will remain with us in Africa because he has told us that, and we have no reason to doubt him because he has never failed us before.
Let me ask you this question. I'm sure you are in a position to answer it.
Good.
What game actually did you play with your own presidential candidate? Because people were wondering, you had a presidential candidate of your own party, but somehow you didn't give his support.
How do you mean?
You switched
How
over
do you
to
mean?
APC.
How do you mean?
Well, all the rumors and all that.
We don't deal with rumors, we deal with facts.
But we also deal with body language.
We don't deal with rumors, we deal with facts. We are talking of rumors. He came here. One thing you should know is that APGA, the seat of APGA is in Anambra here, and Obiano has been shouldering the financial everywhere in Nigeria. So the young man, our General Bo, came here. We accepted him as our candidate, and we did everything to support him. The national chairman gave him 200 million from the pocket of the party to prosecute that presidential election. Is this not enough support? Is it not enough? I'm asking you. We gave him, so we cannot. We know it's with time because you see some of these states we have local state branches of the party, and in some of these states we are just managing them to make sure that APGA appears and looks like a national party. But in some of those states, some of them cannot even win a councillorship seat there, and it's from here that we run all those things. So if you say you are the president and you cannot win even your award in your local government, how can you blame it on the people of Anambra or APGA here?
Now, given your party's performance in the last general election, because after this election, I mean, APGA came out from the cocoon of being an Anambra or Southeast political party, because this time around it's like you won some seats in other parts of the country.
Yes, Taraba, other areas.
Given this positive development, is your party still Nkabunkai Party Ndibo, a regional party?
No, you can see, you have seen that, you have just said it, that we have passed that stage. Nkabunkai doesn't really mean that APGA is only for the Igbos. It's just a slogan that came up during the 2017 election, which has to do with only Governor Obiano and Anambra State election. So for us to get what we want, we came up with that slogan, Nkabunkai, because actually it's an Anambra affair. Because his election was staggered, it was just his election 2017. And that was when that Nkabunkai came up. It has never been part of our slogan is be your brothers and sisters keeper. That has been our slogan. So Nkabunkai was a well thought out slogan we used to get to what we want in our own enclave here for the purpose of the governorship election that time.
If you are to do a prognosis now, or to do a kind of prediction,
yes,
how would you rate APGA in future elections in Nigeria?
Of course, you know that APGA is the third force in the Nigerian political parties now. After APC and PDP, the next party is APGA. So, and if you are the number 3 position in a party of about 91 political parties, I think that is excellent, Abby. So, to that extent, anybody who feels dissatisfied with what is happening in PDP or APC has no other place to run to but to APGA. And that is what is happening. In the north, in the middle belt, they are already embracing APGA. And the people are coming in. And that's why we're able to win some federal seats, even over there. Which means they are now buying into the philosophy, into the ideology of APGA. And I know with time, we will take over the affairs of this nation. It's a matter of time. Because these other big names have failed the people.
Yes, I want to believe that you are adopting the 2015 list of, the executive members of your party might also be extended to the national level. I already heard people saying that.
National have concluded, it was one of the resolutions we passed in that our NEC meeting, just 2 weeks ago or thereabouts. At our NEC meeting, the resolution is that they will maintain, they agreed that the zoning formula as at 2015 will be adopted in 2019. So they have, at national, they've already accepted that.
So how does that give APGA the expansion that one would have expected?
No, you are misunderstanding us. We have a constitution that is guiding us. And in that constitution, everybody has a right to go for a second term in his office. And that is what they must have in mind to say, let these positions remain in the zones where they were as at 2015. So that by the next 4 years, they would have served out their term and align with our constitution, and every other thing will rotate.
I think the first caller is already on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who's on the line?
Yes, my name is Tina. I'm calling you from Dunukofia.
Where na Dunukofia? Kedo obodo ọ bụ na Dunu?
I'm calling you from Umudio.
Dalu.
Okay, I would like to ask the chairman for secretary for APGA in Anambra State. He has mentioned some of the achievements of the incumbent governor. And I would like to ask him a question, especially when he said that the governor has done so much in the education sector. So we are the students of this school. We haven't seen any change. We did not. The change did not affect us. So I want him to explain more how much and how far the governor has done in the education sector, because we have so many things to be completed over here in the university.
Thank you. Thank you very much. One thing is your question is so cumbersome because you have not narrowed it down to anywhere. You have not told us whether you're in the university or in the secondary school. But everybody knows that we have been doing wonderfully well in education. This is the girls from nature that went and conquered the world, just like, and another one this year. These are products from our secondary school, and it shows the quality of education that are getting here. Even though I am not the commissioner for education, but I know that generally, if you rate Anambra State in terms of performance in education with other states, we rank very high. Because we go to JAM, we go to these external exams, and then we come out tops. And I know that there are facilities, they're making provisions, building of classroom blocks, both in the secondary and in the primary, and even in the universities. And then making provisions as I went due to them, make sure they are running and they are doing well, like our own Anambra State, and even in Baku here. So I don't know where he's coming from. But if he wants to know, he should just make further inquiries and see what we are doing and what we have done. But I know we are doing very well in education.
Your party or the incumbent governor came into office as a result of the zoning and rotation principle of your party, the All Progressive Grand Alliance.
Yes.
Now he is doing his second term, and which is going to expire in 2022.
Yes.
But election for a new governor will be due in 2021. Is your party going to continue clinging to the zoning formula, given the fact that Governor Obiano is from Anambra North, where next is his successor going to come from? That is, if your party would be the winner of that election.
Even if we will not be the winner, the question is where will our candidates come from in the 2021 election? And like you know, since the inception of the state, Central has been there for a long time, successively. Even South has been there because I know Badandu came from South. But the truth of the matter and the way it appears now and the way we are looking at it is that after His Excellency Abu Kwedike's tenure, that power should shift to the South. That is the way, the thinking of APGA. For now, I know. And we are working towards that direction. Unless nothing happens. But for now, that is our thinking. I know that is even the thinking of His Excellency, our national leader of the party, being a product of that zoning arrangement. I know he will not like to thwart it. Yes.
You know how the Obiano emerged when Peter Obi was, relinquishing power.
Yes.
And that means that there has to be some calculations. Because if you just said you are zoning it to the south, there are other candidates who can also present their own candidates.
Sorry.
So are you not?
Sorry. Let us take this call. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Good afternoon.
John Bosco from Agolo.
John Bosco from Agolo. Well, make your contribution.
But sir, I'm also our able governor, the president. And I'm just saying, so now this is our very advice. As the advisor, I want to go to president. And also,
I want to understand you, please. He went to see the president, and they are asking whether he went with his advisor or whether he was advisor before he went to see. Is that what you are saying? Is that your question?
That's good.
Hello?
I want to tell people.
Also, onye asụ Sukali and Igbo. Onye
A na
asụ
m esi gị kedu ihe ị na-achọ ka ịghọta ọwụ na ọ jere jebe na o kwesịghị ije ka ọ bụ na ọgwụ onye kwesịrị egwu ya ka o wee jee ka ọ bụ na ebe ọ jere na omego misteki gachọ m ka m ghọta ihe ị na-ajụ.
Ibe na-ajụ oge jere obodo ndị na-echere ije ka ọ sanye nwajere.
Ihe na-ajụ amatara ndị anya ya soje ma ndị anya ya na-esoje. Important thing bụ o nwere right ije bụ president, and the answer is yes. President to president in Nigeria ihe na-achị the 36 states and the FCT Abuja. And onye ọbụla nọ na steeti ị ga na-eje n'isi mmiri. Isi mmiri bụ n'ebe ahụ Buhari nọ ka ọ dị. Onwere ọkwa eji nọdụ Anambra ebe a. Anambra abụghị nation of its own. Ya bụrụ kọntrị nke anyị. Anambra ka nọ n'okpuru Nigeria. And onye na-achị Nigeria bụ Buhari nọ na Abuja. From time to time, gọvanọ ga na-eje na-afịa ha na-abụọ na-akpa. O wee na-enata ya ife kwesịrị ka e wetara ndị Anambra. So o nidiro permission onye ọbụla ka ọ wee jee. And ndị ọkpọ wee jee ma ndị ọ na-akpọrọ wee jee abụrụ ife a ga-akọ because the gọvanọ nwere ya na ya na-eso eje. O nwere commissioners, nwee cabinet. So na onye na-asoje ma onye na-eso eje abụrụ the issue. The issue bụ it's in the course of his duty to go and see the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And there's nothing bad about that. Other governors are doing the same, whether you are from PDP or from Labour Party.
Hello?
Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Onyebuchi Paul from Anambra Numumbo.
Okay. Onyebuchi, go ahead.
Yes, Anamanu everything.
Anyị na-anụ n'ukwu na anyị chọrọ ịnụ ọnụ ime ọnwa ajụjụ inwe jụa.
We are one Nigeria, and double one Nigeria. Whatever Obiano President Buhari. Okay, what's supposed to eat up here? Why you have to donate or what they also Nakaya? You know?
Yeah, that line and video.
So
Okay.
Is that all? Daalụ anyị nwetara ebe ị na-ekwu so ikweta na nwere iwu gọvanọ da-anọ ji efu Buhari na Buhari na-achị Naịjirịa.
Ife ọ na-eje bụ ka ọ weta ife
Ọ dị mma nke
ga-abara
anyị,
ụdị
ọ dị
mma
mma
nke
nke anyị
anyị.
na Anambra steeti na ọ na Abuja ka e na-eke oke niile a na-eke.
okay, I was asking you the other time. When we talk about zoning, what about the political mathematics that might arise as at the time of the election?
Hello?
I think
Because I'm sorry, let us, because this is more of their time.
so about what you are asking about the political calculation of mathematics, I know where you are coming from, and I want to believe that His Excellency knows what he's doing. He's not sleeping. What you are asking me, if I guess right, is that P2B had somebody in mind as he was preparing his handover, even some months or years before, finally settling down for Obiano. So what you are asking me, if I get it right, is do we have such a plan of finally zeroing it down to somebody?
No.
So what is the question?
My question is on other political parties.
Hello.
Other political
Oh,
parties?
sorry. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Tatapoy from Omo.
No, you are calling from Omo. Repeat your name.
Yeah, from Omo. I'm a local government.
From Omo. Kadafai?
Dear James.
Jerry.
Dear James.
Oh, go ahead with your question.
Making a one of five no money no secretary of the state of APGA. Man, na president governor na the good president. Obomulo je wule ko lebe wo ya tawo ibe we kiba Anambra state. President is president for everybody, not only APGA. No PDP, no, it's for everybody. So governor is the president. No matter what when I took on a congress, I said, the secretary of the state, you go up again. Now I'm develop man, and the develop man.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
I'm speaking from APGA in Ireland local government. Because my name is Chief Peter Onedekwe.
Peter Ejekwa.
What we are representing on is very, very, very clear. The governor has the right to meet the president at his own will. Anybody talking about that is a target. And you shouldn't mind the useless people.
No. Mind your language, please. We know I appreciate your sentiment, but that one madi na radio because ngwa na ekwukwa even
I don't call that name. But they're not themselves. So what is important is to do the right thing. Government is doing well. But there is something I want to keep you, please. During the last result of election for Senate and the House of Reps, can this party now can create that time can have APGA to keep very well so that this type of result will not be people to get again in future. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. You got no voice, no one day you walk.
Thank you very much. I know James Oyedeke. Thank you. So you are saying something.
Yes, I was talking about other parties presenting
People from other zones.
Yes, that are strong, that may be felt stronger than their own candidate you are presenting in a particular zone.
It's just like what P2B said some time ago, but maybe that's where you're coming from. He said he did not introduce zoning, but equity. He said he did not introduce zoning, but equity. And from that statement, looking at him and knowing his caliber and where he's coming from, what he's trying to say is that they may not go to South, but they may go to anywhere they find a credible candidate. But we want to believe that he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. But when the chiefs are down and we see the direction, we follow the tide. But for now, we want to believe that we should consider people from the south.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
From India.
From Ezra. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, I think you got me right.
Okay, so that means that, let us say that when the time comes, you
When
now
we get to
know-
the bridge, we cross it. That's what I'm telling you.
All right.
When we get to the bridge, we cross it.
All right.
I think we've had enough calls for the time being because time is not on our side, and I think this is where we are going to draw the curtain on this edition of Face the Press. And our guest has been the State Secretary of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, Barrister Tony Ifeanyi. Barrister Ifeanyi, thank you for honoring our invitation to participate in this program.
Thank you very much.
I also give my thanks to my friend and colleague of the independent newspaper, Chuks Ilozwe.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Ebuna Amota. Remain blessed till we come up with another edition of this program same time next week. Bye-bye.